The legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a powerful and influential civil rights leader who is still remembered today. He was born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia, and died in 1968 after an intense battle with leukemia. During his life, King worked tirelessly to fight for the rights of minorities and to promote peace and equality. The Civil Rights Movement. The civil rights movement had its roots in the long and difficult struggle of African Americans for freedom and equality. In 1866, a group of black women organized themselves into a secret society called the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP. Their goal was to end discrimination and segregation in all aspects of American life. Martin Luther King, what did his work achieve? Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy is one of hope and change. King's activism began in the early 1950s, when he led protests against segregated schools in Alabama. His most famous project was the Civil Rights Movement, which aimed to end race discrimination in America. Through peaceful protests, boycotts, and speeches, King helped encourage other Americans to join him in fighting for civil rights. King's legacy will continue to be remembered until every person is treated equally regardless of their skin color or creed. The impact of Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr. was an influential figure in American society, and his legacy is still felt today. His work helped to change the way that people viewed race relations, and his impact on society is evident throughout the United States and around the world. King's message of nonviolence helped to create a more peaceful society, and he continues to be an inspiration for people of all ages. His legacy will continue to be remembered long after his death, and his influence on American society will continue to grow. The I Have a Dream speech, what was its significance? The I Have a Dream speech was delivered by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on August 28, 1963, at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. The speech was an iconic moment in the history of civil rights and is widely considered to be one of Dr. King's greatest speeches. He called on Americans to work together towards this goal, saying that the moral arc of the universe is long but it bends toward justice. Conclusion: the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. The legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. has had a tremendous impact on society today. His message of peace, love, and equality still resonates with people all over the world. His work helped to catalyze the civil rights movement, and his example continues to inspire people to fight for social justice. His death was a devastating loss for the civil rights movement and for America as a whole, but his example will continue to be an inspiration to generations to come.